Tea and things. I'm chilling with my home girl.
Nia, what's up? It's another Wednesday. We're here, back in the building. We're going to get into some of this crazy hot celebrity tea tonight. And for sure, some things. But first, we are going to start out with shouting out our sponsor here, Lucky Coin.
Because we cannot get ourselves together tonight. So Lucky Coin.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to tell y'all why we can't get together. But look, Lucky Coin. If you have a small business you want to grow,
yes,
hit us up and we'll get you in touch. We will help you get to the bag, people. All you're going to do is provide space.
Yes, that's Tea and Things, THANGZ at gmail.com for more details. Listen, I cannot wait to hear about this celebrity tea. So what's going on?
All right, well, first we're going to start out. So we got some good things tonight, okay?
Yeah.
Some good things. All right. So first we're going to start out with shouting out our girl here, Brandy.
Yes.
Because yesterday she got her Hollywood star.
Yes.
A lot of people showed up for her, spoke
highly of her
on her behalf. Now, you know the internet had to go digging, y'all, and they didn't see Ray J. Now, we don't know if Ray J was there or not, because the internet went digging through the people. And they're claiming that he wasn't there, but we know he's been sick, ill, bleeding out the eyes, all kind of things.
Not bleeding out the eyes. I'm tired of you, Ray J.
But congrats to Brandy, man. So well deserved. She is a star.
Yeah.
She gave us Moesha, first Black Cinderella. I mean, the girl.
The list goes on and on.
The list goes on and on.
And not to mention, she's given us so many great albums.
Oh my God.
From her original title album, Brandy, to Full Moon, to Aphrodisiac, to, now her latest album. So, I mean, she is just really... I've been a Brandy fan for years. Let me tell you, I was screaming my head off when I was at that concert. Y'all, it was everything.
And you can her spirit is just so sweet.
Yeah.
So humble. You can just tell she's a good person. Oh, and Monica was there. Monica showed up for her.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yesterday. Yes. Now Brandy dropped. We're gonna get into that a little more next week, because we gonna let her have her exciting moment. But she did drop a little tea on us. Mm-hmm. About her mentor or boo thing or whatever he was.
I wouldn't go that far, but definitely we're gonna have to spill the tea about Wanye.
Yeah. And Brandy being 16 and him being 22, which ain't that crazy.
Well,
but it's grown. It's grown.
Yeah, it's a mess.
All right, but we're going to get into that next week, because Brandy, we're going to get your shine and your star and let you sit on that this week. All right, moving on. Our boy Tyler Perry shows up and shows out again. It was a big mess. He went to the airport, Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson Airport, which I'm sure you guys have seen it on
the news.
It is a mess, and I've seen it in the flesh of it being a mess.
Yeah.
I actually got caught up in some of that mess with flights canceled, all the stuff. But anyway, he went up to give TSA money.
Yep.
They could not accept money that came across as bribery and bad.
So if you're a federal employee, just as a FYI, you cannot accept any type of monetary gifts from anyone as a federal employee. You can't do it. So it is against law.
Okay, cousin Aisha, you hear that? But anyway,
he should have asked somebody before he started passing it out. He needed to do it on the down low.
He did go back and do gift cards.
Well, everybody had to give the money back. And then he went back and gave them gift cards.
And they were being told that they would have to give the gift cards back. But it has been settled and confirmed that they are allowing them to keep the gift cards. I think he gave about 1,000 employees. But was 1,000 employees? It be 1,000 employees?
So basically, he gave out $250,000. That's how much money he gave out. 1,000.
I need a little gift. And now I'm just playing.
1,000 divided by 250,000. I think that's like 2,500 employees. Yeah.
Wow. So
So he
Kudos to
blessed
Tyler Perry.
2,500 employees. They had back rent. They were, buying
And you know
groceries
what's
and all the
weird?
things.
I hear these phenomenal stories about him over and over again because I know back during COVID years ago, he went into Houston's, which is one of my favorite restaurants, and gave the servers money and stuff because they were only doing to go. And you hear about him doing stuff in the community over and over, but then you hear people that work for him and they say he don't like to pay. And I'm like, I don't know, because he seems to come across pretty generous because he's always helping the community. And
Yeah.
I've heard some actresses say that
Now he gonna work you.
Tyler has paid them what they were worth.
I mean, here's the thing. He's a smart businessman. He knows that productions can't take forever. So, you got to get in there, film it, get out, put it out because that's the only way to really keep down production costs. Take it from somebody who is producing something now, like the quickest way to make your money back is to go ahead and get it out there. So I don't know if people are like, oh, well, we're used to getting money for, so many weeks of the month, of the year, filming this movie. And he doesn't do that. He gets you in and out.
Okay.
At the very maximum, he's going to take a month to film something. And that's being very generous.
Oh, so Tyler get it set up.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
baby.
he's got his own studio, so he don't have to hold off on renting the place, getting approval.
Yep. So
It's there.
it is what it is, but I will say that you are correct. He has done it on multiple occasions.
Multiple.
My favorite story is when he goes and pays off people's like layaways because I feel like those are the people who really need it. I love the fact that he went into Houston's, but guess what? If you was in Houston's, it's expensive to eat there. So I mean, you probably could have
Well,
taken.
no, he was giving the money to the servers because at that time we
to the
could not
server.
go dine.
Oh, well, that's nice.
So they would have people working to go and things like that,
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's wonderful. So kudos to him for all the things that he's trying to do and is doing in the community.
Kudos to Tyler.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You're my hero, friend.
And then ooh, y'all, this some messy, nasty hot tea.
Girl, what happened?
So Tommy from Love and Hip Hop. Yeah. Tommy. If y'all don't know who she is, look her up. Loud, obnoxious,
Doing
running around with Tamar's man, all kind of stuff. Okay. Baby. She went live, looked like they were making out with Beyonce's nephew, Solange's son.
Oh, God.
Now, Tommy, I believe to be about 42, 43.
And she in her early 40s.
And this baby is what, 21?
Yeah, he's 21.
21, Solange's son, Daniel Smith, I believe.
Let's see. Oh,
Daniel Jewel Smith, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they were out and live, and she was riding on his back.
Riding on his back. like he was a stallion.
Oh, he's so fine. He is a fine little boy now. Little boy, like I said. But baby, after they went live and all this, and he was like, "Oh, you like what you like?" Yeah, he was feeling her.
Well,
I don't even know how that would even get hooked up or connected.
I mean, she's pretty and she looks young.
Yeah.
I mean, she's pretty. She looks young. I mean, Solange ain't about it. And listen, she gonna throw them hands. So, baby, you might want to calm down. I don't know. Tommy seemed like she might want to throw some hands too. So I don't know. It might be a cat fight.
To throw hands. But anyway, after this big post and all this stuff, a few days later, or a day or two later,
yeah,
Tommy went live and it was already over. So, the internet then got involved and said she received a phone call.
Oh my God. The internet be killing me dead. Okay. Black Twitter, calm down.
and I know that I could see them being protective over that
Yeah.
young man.
He is a cutie. Hey, don't come for me.
And
Don't come for me. I
and
got
who
a
that?
man.
And Tommy, we want to know who that phone call was from. Was it B herself?
Listen, I feel like in the history of B, you never hear her responding to anything. So I'm a put
Or was it Jay?
I think it was Tina. I think it was Tina. I think it was grandma. Like,
get your filthy paws off my
get
grandson.
your filthy paws off of my grandson. I think it was Tina.
Can Tina make a call like that? And
yes, because see, this is what happened. So they saw it, and then Solange was like, "Mom, I can't believe I can't
don't make up. Y'all don't listen to Shantae because this girl will make up a whole story,
Listen, I got some tea for you.
a whole scenario, and we don't know what happened, but we do want to know who made that call.
I'm gonna put my
internet people.
I'm gonna put my money on Tina. I'm gonna
Who
put
y'all
my money
think
on
made
Tina.
that call?
I'm putting my money on Tina.
Oh, did B say let's end this shit right now?
Oh my God.
Right now.
Oh my God. You got any more celebrity news, sis?
No, we're gonna go on and get into our topic unless you got something.
All right, y'all. So tonight, I just want to know, right, for my own edification, if we on the same team, right? Everybody is on the same team. We are all looking to get to the same goal at the same time because we are working towards something together to achieve it. Why is it that you always got one person that's going to hate on somebody else to make this harder than it has to be? Why? I just want to know why. What can we do?
And the team ain't hating on you.
Right.
They hating on somebody else on the team. Why can't we all just get along and work together
my thing is,
to get to the goal?
So situations where, okay, you got a team and the team's been working together for a while. And then you got a new person that kind of comes into the team. And then you got an old person who want to hate on the new person. And I'm just trying to see, like, are you mad? Like, why are you mad? Why are you hating? Don't be mad because that person got something to add to got something to stir to the pot that you didn't have.
Yeah. I've seen it happen and it's very, very sad. I've even seen
and frustrating.
Not less than, well, we're going to say people, set up the new team member
to fail.
To fail just so that,
I told you, so they could be like, I told you.
You can do it wrong. They can get caught doing it wrong or something like that. And that's just not right. And you knock your blessings and you can't grow as a person when you're just constantly hating on somebody.
So as kind of the leader of the group, right? If so you're the leader, you bring this person in because you know what they can bring to the table, right? And then you got this other person that's hating. Like, how do you kind of combat this hate that's going on? Because it's hard to not seem like you're taking sides. You know what I'm saying? So it's like as the leader of the team, you don't want to seem like, okay, I'm always taking up for this individual, or I'm always like protecting this person, or, giving them a pass or whatever the case may be, because then that can create like an unhealthy vibe between everybody else. So what are some tips that we can take away as like a leader to say, okay, I see that this person is hating, but I need there to be synergy in this group. So like, what can we do to help with that?
So I for sure have went to my mentor and talked about different situations.
Yeah.
That's exactly like this. And and he's owns a bunch of businesses. He's been in business so long, so he could be the right or the wrong person to ask. But he's always telling me, Nia, cut the cancer. Cut the cancer. And, both people can bring something good to the table. You don't necessarily want to go in there and just start to cut your cancer. But I've for sure had meetings and had to get a little stern of what we are and are not going to deal with, because we are all supposed to be working as a team and build together.
Yeah.
So I think that maybe to have a meeting, bring it together, try to talk to everybody before we start cutting the cancer.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree with both perspectives, because I think that you can only wait so long before you got to cut the cancer out, right? But I do think that you got to try to see, like, try to help the person who is hating. I feel like you got to try to help them see the value. Like, and I don't necessarily think you have to explain every move that you're making, but I do think that people can often think that they have the whole picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if they think that they have the entire picture of what may or may not be going on, then they don't really understand why you brought this other person in.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, from my perspective, I might need assistance with understanding distribution, right? And everybody on my team has no clue about distribution. But this person that I'm bringing in may have, all the answers that I need. So I'm bringing them in because I'm trying to bridge the gap on knowledge that I may or may not have.
Right,
So
right.
it's like, okay, the reason why I need them here is because this, and this. But it's kind of like, sometimes you feel like, okay, I don't even understand why I should have to explain that.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you should trust that I'm bringing them in for whatever reasons I have.
And I feel like sometimes the troublemaker or the drama maker or
Yeah.
whatever could feel threatened.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And it's like, I can't run my business, or I can't run whatever we have going on because you feel threatened. So now you creating all this stuff.
Right. I
And
can't
hating on everybody, because it's just, if we're a team, we all got to be on the same team to get to the same goal. Now, sometimes everybody play a role in that goal. We don't all do the same thing, but we're all heading in the same direction.
Yeah, and the biggest thing about it is that, and we talk about this so much, is like the communication, right? You have to, as a leader, you got to be strong in that communication piece of it.
Yeah, I think the communication is key for sure,
And then standing your ground with it, because sometimes, like,
Right.
if you communicate and then you backpedal, like if you say, okay, this is what it is, but then 2 weeks later your word
Bond.
is not your bond, then people can often take that as, oh, well, she don't know what she's talking about with this, so she doesn't know what she's talking about with that.
Mhm.
And I feel like people try to use that as a way to still try to weasel their way into either getting their way or continuing to create confusion and all of that. So I do agree with your mentor that sometimes you just got to cut them off at the neck. But that comes with, like, that firm communication. Like, okay, this is what I'm saying. This is what I mean. And if this continues to happen, it's it. That's it. You're done.
Right.
And you got to mean it. You got to be able to put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
It's like, this is where the rubber meets the road. And and it's hard because sometimes that person that you might have to let go is valuable or integral to your process. So it's kind of like, it's scary, It's a
Mm-hmm.
little bit scary because you're like, okay, now I'm traveling into the unknown. But what I can say is, in my experience, you can't, once you are in that position, you can't be afraid to move forward, because if you don't move forward, you never will.
That's true.
It's like you'll
Been
just
there.
you'll just keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again with no result. Now, that's not to say just make a bunch of hasty decisions, right? But it is saying that at some point you have to be the one that's going to guide the ship, because if you don't take control of it, somebody else is always going to be in control.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Super true, y'all.
And I've had to make a lot of hard decisions with this production. A lot of hard decisions, and it just makes me stronger as a person. But I will say, it's been an emotional roller coaster for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally understand that. But I do think that you have to have communication.
Yeah.
You might have to cut the cancer.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I find myself in the mornings, bright and early in the morning, while I'm sitting in Atlanta traffic, calling my mentor and going through some motions, and he's like, "Cut the cancer." He's zero, but he may have too many businesses and too many successful businesses. And so he's just to a point where he's tired of the bullshit. He's able to just chop.
Well,
And I can't say that I'm all the way there and in agreement all the time. It's not the answer I want to hear. Like, can we say something else?
but sometimes that's just, everybody's going to run their businesses differently, right?
Absolutely.
And just because you're not willing to just be that hard up doesn't mean that you won't be successful, right? Because only you know what's right for your company. But
Right.
at the same time, you can't overlook the fact that the person is very, very successful. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't overlook that, but at the same time, you do have to stay true to yourself too.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And sometimes when people have been in business a really long time, they've been through where you're at right now.
Yeah.
So they're on zero tolerance. Like,
Yeah.
I let it go from the dough, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like he's very much like that.
Well, talk to us in a couple of years when Nia's a billionaire and I'm just a little peon down at the bottom.
No, she'll be right with me. She'll be right with me. I won't have to beg people for rides on their jet. I'll be offering rides on mine.
Maybe like, meet us in Vegas, baby.
For sure.
So
For sure.
yeah, I mean, so this whole thing is just about, again, like I said, for me, the communication piece of it, I think, is a big thing. To communicate and be firm, but not to overly communicate. Right?
Right.
Because when you start overly communicating, that also gives people the ability to take control of the situation, because now they know too much.
Mm-hmm.
And they think they're going to pull one over on you. So I would say, communicate, but just don't overly, and stand on whatever it is you're saying, and try to bring people together to see the positives as opposed to focusing on the negative.
Right, because the team will never grow as long as there's a crab in the bucket, hating on somebody on the team, pulling it down, because there's just always going to be some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Period.
That's for certain. It's interesting because this person that I used to work with many, many years ago was such a nice. They were so nice, right? But they always had a lot of negative stuff to say. And it was always some type of problem, some type of issue that they were kind of bringing to the forefront, and just was, they weren't necessarily hating, but they were that cancer,
Mm-hmm.
that you spoke about. And when they finally got rid of that person, it was very harmonious in the group. There was no problems, no issues. Everything ran smoothly. It was all good. And even though that person was a good worker, they had a lot of good things to bring to the table. Their attitude and the way that they approached things was just negative.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, how do you deal with that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, all of the things that we need to know as business owners. I think it's important that we share these different things with the group, just in case. Hey, you want to start your own business. Hey, you want to know how to deal with these issues and problems as they arise. And I think it'll be helpful for us. Maybe we need to do a series on different facets of your business, whether it's
Yeah.
the formation of the business. If you're doing a brick and mortar, what does that mean? How getting your finances together, how to really kind of look at like business loans, and how to pick the best bank, and how to discipline employees, what type of payment systems, like all of that. There's so many different facets to this thing. Anyways, I'm getting on off on a
Yeah.
tangent.
She's on a tangent,
I'm on
y'all.
a tangent.
And
Bring me back in. Reel me back in.
I'm gonna give y'all a little quick
Three
little
3 minute tip.
3-minute tip. You guys, it is freaking beautiful outside.
It
finally.
is. It's nice.
And oh my gosh, I was able to be out of the office today. I had to go to 3 different places. Each place I walked up to had beautiful flowers in front.
Oh,
Beautiful.
it's the time for those perennials.
So, I mean, gorgeous. So, the third place I had to go to, there was a lady watering the garden. And this was at a business. I'm sure they got a landscaper, which we not, well, we do have a landscaper at our house. I do.
I do too.
He never give me beautiful flowers. I'm in charge of my own. Yeah, I'm in charge of my own flowers. They just, the lawn and the trees.
Right.
And
They'll
all the
just
things.
they'll just trim the stuff.
But anyway, so there was a lady outside watering. I was like, oh my God, those are beautiful. And I was like, and she said, yes. She worked there, but she said, I, come out and keep them so pretty and water the garden and everything. And she was telling me how I could go on YouTube and look at, because I was like, they're so pretty. And every time I get pretty flowers,
they die.
They are in front of my house for 1 week. And it's just so beautiful to drive up to and have the pink and the white and the pretty stuff, ladies, that we like. And she was telling me that I could look on YouTube.
Yeah.
And that I can talk to the people at Pike or Lowe's.
Mm-hmm.
And I could get a whole educational thing on this because
you want to be able to do it and not have them die.
Yeah.
Well, I
want to get them to last for a season, but so what I'm saying, guys, is we can plant these beautiful flowers and we can get information at Pike and Lowe's and YouTube, and probably Chat GBT could help us.
Oh my God.
How to keep some plants alive. So
well, one thing I can tell you guys is when you do get ready to go buy the flowers, make sure that you know a couple of things, because they will ask these things when you go. So number one is, how much shade does the front of your house get, right? So when you're planting, that's a big thing, like shaded versus how much sunlight it gets.
Right.
So if you know the positioning of your house, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, right? It rises in the east and sets in the west. So depending on the way that your house is positioned, whether you're facing north, south, east, or west, that'll tell you how much sun and where it's coming from. So if your house faces the east, you're going to have a lot of sun on the front of your house. If your house faces the west, you're going to have a lot of shade on the front of your house.
So in other words, if you're not getting no sun,
yeah.
if you're not getting no sun, which I think I'm not getting in the front, so that may be why my flowers are dying.
So you need to get plants that thrive in the
That just
shade.
need water.
That thrive in the shade.
All right. See, we just learned something here together, guys.
My mom is like a plant guru, so.
All right. Well,
there you go. So, guys, that is our show for tonight. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure you like, comment, and share. And remember, we're here every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. So listen, come and check us out because we definitely want to talk about Brandy and Wanya next week.
All right. Well, we'll see you next Wednesday. Same time, same place.